Welcome back to the 100K Bankroll Challenge, where we try to take $2,500 and run it up to a insane 100K over 6 to 8 months. Currently, we're 111 days in, so just over the 3 month mark. Bankroll's at 68.50, um, slowly bouncing back from a big downswing. Um, for those of you who have been following since day one, you know that within the first like 40 days, we ran 2,500 up to 10.5K. We since dropped that 10.5K down to like 5,800, and we've slowly kind of been coming back from that. So it's a pretty heavy downswing for sure. Um, but we're doing what we can. We're making our way back, so I think we'll be okay. This board, we're just going to lead into him with pocket eights. Really good for our calling range. Not as great for his range. This is a weird bet from him. I kind of want to 3-bet him, to be honest. Yeah, he does end up calling, which is interesting. Now, we don't want to go too big here because we want to have a decent shove on the river. Wow, this is very interesting. What the fuck do you have? He could have just 3-bet 5s, 6s, 7s, in which case we're in really bad shape. Obviously getting like 3 to 1. I think we have to call here. Yeah, that's like horrendously played, but good to know. It's um, I guess it's queens, you know what I mean? But like, he kind of turned his hand into a bluff there, in my opinion. I mean, he got us to stack off, obviously, with our specific hand, but generally speaking, he's just going to be like completely crushed, um, or like flipping at best. We're probably going to just leave this table. It's kind of shitty now. Um, we're definitely going to bet here, though, once he checks to us. It's not going to be a great board for his range. I guess we just set the 25-cent tables. Not a lot going on this morning, actually. Tables are pretty much dead right now. What's this lightning guy? $21K tournaments, interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure about the turn. I think we have to call turn there. Especially if he ever has like 4, 5, or 7, 8, which we obviously block. You know, he could also have like 9, 10 hearts or 4, 5 hearts. So there's hands we are ahead of. I mean, it obviously looks like he has an overpair. When he does just 3-bet pre and then re-raise our flop donk bet, that's like queens plus 101. Maybe we should have just shoved turn. We also could have just called that like 3-bet that he had or that he made, and then gone for like a check shove ourselves on the turn. Here, in position, I think I'd rather just call and try to realize our equity. Versus trying to 3-bet there. Could argue raising turn, but I think this is probably better. All right, we get a really good spot here, and we 3-bet. This guy cold calls, and then he leads into us. Really good turn card. Definitely barreling here. Take it down. Wow. For 1-bet, he check folds turn. That's interesting. It was the right move, but pretty tight. Could argue we should just go 33% on the turn and then shove the river. Fold the jack 3. We're just going to relatively relentless in our 3-bets in position at the NL 25 table until we kind of have a reason not to. It's a good flop. Any hand we have is c-betting this 100%. All right, that's a good flop for us. Check call flop. So let's just see what our bounce back has been. This month we've been bouncing back pretty good. I'm not sure where it really started. Pretty sure it just started on the. Pretty sure it mostly just started on the first of the month. Just checking it. Fold the jack 6. 7s will just call. It's a really good spot again to lead. Multi-way though, we can probably just check more often. Okay. Call here. I'm gonna have to upgrade the RAM again, I think. I think it's the new big giant computers putting more. This guy's annoying sometimes. Yeah, it's super laggy here. So looks like our bounce back is about next 5. It's at 8 to about 8. Okay, raise the ace queen. I think it's pot committed at this point. 13 and 16. He's going really big. I think I'm just gonna let this one go. I think I'm gonna believe him. Okay. I guess I should get the stream pulled up, 18. Okay. Copy the stream link. What do we do? Oh, we flopped the Nizzlies. Raise the 9-7 suited, fold queen 7. Pull up the old stream. So it's just, of course, there's a hand. Come on now. Come on now. We do defend the 4s. Yep, just gotta mute the stream here. Get that going. Check here. Okay. Alright, well, we river the nizzles. I'm just gonna go small. Probably have the same hand like 90% of the time. Jack Knight suited. Even into the 20 bigs, we'll open here. If he does start ripping, then we will proceed cautiously. When he does 3-bet small, we just consider that an all-in, basically, because we're pretty much committed to whatever happens there. So, this is a board that they can hit. We'll just take the initiative and bet out here. If they have flush draws, straight draws, top pair, over pairs, they're going to be calling. Okay, take it down, raise the 8-4. So we're probably down about a buy-in so far this morning. With that, it's a pocket 8's hand. The 6-5 suited will raise. I will defend the king 6 suited. Okay. He checks. We'll go bet. He goes really small on this board. I don't think we really have enough here. We have backdoor straight draws, backdoor club draws. If we had an overcard, like if there wasn't an ace there, we'd call. And shovel spades doesn't 3-bet enough, so we can probably pretty comfortably just call here with the deuces. Where you don't have to worry about like being attacked by your big blind. You can get away with some of those plays. And we will ISO the ace 10. We will 3-bet the ace 7 suited. Okay, we take it down, so yeah, we've been bounced back about 1800 since our lowest point from that downswing. Jack 9 off with defend versus button open. It's a pretty good flop. Bets a little bit bigger, but he is supposed to be a bit bigger on these boards. With the open ender though, we're definitely going to check raise. He snap calls, which is interesting. I think with the open ender, we can barrel probably one more time here, and then we'll just give up. And he snaps off again. Yeah, here, we just have to fold there, unfortunately. Do we ever really put him on a spade? Not exactly. Okay, value bet the jack. Obviously, we just put this guy all in. Terrible flop for us, though. Okay. No diamond, which is good. And we block a bunch of his outs, so 70-30, pretty happy with that. Oh, for fuck you sakes, bro. We get out alive. The bearded angel guy is definitely a bit of a donkey. Okay, we'll check fold, check four. Okay, three bet the jack. There's not a lot of action this morning, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay. I think hmm, I'm just gonna check shove this, I think, with the jack of hearts. It's all kinds of like seven eights, six sevens, pocket tens with a heart, like five six with a heart, ace eight, ace nine with a heart, which he doesn't have too often because he mostly folds those. Um, he does have some just like, ace king hearts, ace queen hearts, whatever. But yeah, I think just check shove's good. Could argue just not check raising here, given how big he bet, and because like he's kind of, the basic sort of fishy reg. Um, his bet sizing so telling that like he would just check here without like a strong hand. Okay, raise the queen eight suited. He also doesn't like to fold, so we have to be pretty cautious there. Interesting. Uh, Three flush board, we definitely call one with top pair here though. And then we'll decide based on his sizing. Okay, he checks. We're just gonna value bet now. All right. Let's see the sevens or the ace. I don't really care who wins. They're both pretty whaley. Good start for the sevens. Not a great turn. It's not a heart. They get one back. Um, yeah, unfortunately the tables are relatively dead. They used to be so good in the morning. They just kind of like died off lately, unfortunately. I guess we'll pull up another NL25 table since that's all that we have running. So yeah, basically the last 8 days we've been beating NL50 for like 36, 37 BBs per 100, which is super small sample. We're just running super hot, but um, it's always nice to see. We are going to ISO the ace-4 off here. We insta get clicked, so we're going to be done with doing anything like that from this guy. He's just looking to like spew it off. So we'll let this one go, and we'll adjust for future hands, and hopefully we just get an opportunity to get it in with him. Lightning's looking for sort of the same thing by limping, I think, just to play hands with this guy. Premier raises, four bets, calls. And then this hand. Right, that was us. Maybe not a great turn card to barrel without a spade in our hand. Should potentially just be check giving up there. This is a spot where we're just going to get squeezed a ton. And unfortunately, our hand's just not strong enough to continue, really. But it'd be nice to see if we get a chance to see his hand. He just rips it. Okay. Um, I'll try to join the family potted on all 25. Why not? This is a terribly played hand with the king queen. Easily could have won that hand. Could have and should have won. Okay, we're definitely going to call the flush draw, especially when it checks around. And we have actually have backdoor straight draws as well. And we have an overcard. Um, overcard to the top card and an overcard to the two other cards. So we're in a pretty good spot here. Okay. Basically, he's never going to bet again. So against fish, we kind of just need to give them an opportunity to, excuse me, to fold. The heck is this? Weird. Forgot there's like some sort of NFT you can put on your as your profile picture, which actually might be good for me. I should look into that if I can like add links to it or something. And we're just going to bet flop on this king 10, and we're going to look to double barrel almost 100%. Definitely on the jack. And he lets it go. I guess the 4-5 will defend. Questionable to a 3.5 open though, especially on a shorter stack. 100 bigs, yeah, we call for sure. I don't think he's very strong here. We just don't really have enough of a hand to attack that too much. Definitely 3-betting the king 9 suited. Take it down. Assuming we raised pre, we did. We're just gonna bet here at the bottom right. We raised pre-flop, and it just went call, 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 call. Here we're gonna double barrel when we pick up a gut shot with 2 overcards. He snaps it off. The snap's interesting. It's like he's trying to say he has a super strong hand. I think I'll just give up though here. Let's see. Queen jack. He might not fold queen jack when the spades miss. If we bet there, we're shoving. Oh. Generally, the snap is fake strength or like sort of medium strength like that jack where they're trying to get you to just like sort of check down with them. Hold the 7 deuce. Okay, we're gonna raise the ace 6 suited. Definitely be squeezing here. The ace 3 suited. Like he snap calls again. I think I'm just gonna check here. Give him a chance to just blast. He does not. Now we will value bet. And we're gonna be betting here on this board. Second pair. He does call. 7 comes. He has all kinds of worse pairs. I think with the heart coming in though, we need to check now. We do make 2 pair. We're gonna value bet once he checks again. We do lose to 5-6 and like 9-10 or something, but that's a wildly played straight. Okay, let's just sit another NL50 table and hope some players will join us. And we do 3-bet the ace-jack offsuit. Fold to 9-7, fold to 7-8, fold to 7-5. Okay, it's a pretty dry board. We'll go half pot or close to it. Does call. Once he calls there, he's gonna have some ace-x, like ace-jack, ace-10 suited, ace-queen, that we can get to fold. He's gonna have a lot of pocket pairs though that are calling here because there's not really any straights or anything. So I think we just check back and probably are done with the hand a lot of the time. Yeah, we're just done with the hand. I don't really give him credit for bluffing there yet. It's possible that he could. Especially if he doesn't think we're going to be 3-betting small pocket pairs, then he can just take a check call, and then when we check turn, he can just shove like 100% on river. Kind of bricking the NL 100 table right now. Probably down almost a buy-in at it, to be honest. Okay, we 3-bet the ace king. Okay, we do flop top pair. I think we can just go half pot with 2 face cards in a 3-bet pot. If it's like king 5-7, then we go 3/4 pot when we are betting. The double flush right there. Fold 5-4. Alright. Alright, pocket tens. We do 3-bet here. If he 4-bets, we're just gonna shove. Premier calls. Checks around. Nice. So we were trying to get out of him. Yeah. Not sure about playing it that way. Thing is, if they don't have a 5, we don't get bet into on the turn anyways. Yeah, we're just gonna bet here. I think we missed a bet here. Too focused on the top left. I think we 3-bet pre, right? Alright, ace is a good card. Or no, we did bet flop. He called. We bet turn. He called. Ace on the river doesn't really change a ton unless he has like ace 5, ace 4. If he shoves, I think we have an easy fold. I don't really think villains are bluff raising over block bets anywhere near enough to make us think that he would be bluffing there. We blocked 10-9. We should have bet probably before this, but we will bet here. Villains overcall on double pair boards with like kings and aces, so we are just going to check fold there. They did big before, so that's fine. Really not sure about this boated up hand with the tens. Could have overplayed our hand. Premier's pretty spewy, but again, we just crushed the board, so it might have been best to just... Yeah, I think in that spot, raising's a mistake. Because if you really think about it, yeah, we shouldn't have fucking raised there. That was a big mistake. Probably could cost us a much bigger win. The yeah, big mistake. Because the logic being, if we raise here, they're folding a six. We block all the tens. They don't have like sevens and eights very often. So by raising, we just give everything a chance to fold, which is bad. And if they have a five, whether it's premier or it's only money, they're going to bet the five for sure when we check. And if they have a bluff, they might bluff again. So yeah, I think that's probably a huge mistake betting there. Oh, we won with Queen Jack. Who would have thought? And we're gonna ISO here, fold here, fold here. I'm just gonna call because I don't really fold to click it back. And we probably float here with the ace one time anyways. If he bets again, you can just let it go. So then a 100 table. If once this guy's done, like the table's basically dead. Open the king four suited, raise the 7-8 suited. We're gonna value bet here, and in position we'll just call with the king. We have a good flush draw. We have an open-ended straight draw. We have an overcard. Yes, there's just no folding here. And we'll call here with 7-8 suited in position. I think we have to rip this. He does have a queen sometimes. We do get Pete sometimes, but we block a bunch of the flushes. We're in position, so snap call. Like I think that's a pretty bad call, but whatever. That's to be expected from the fish. Right, we're just done. Everybody left. Just leave the table as well. Here, there's nothing we can do. The ace kind of sucks because now we don't have a top pair, but we still have a king high flush draw. And a king's probably good, and a four is probably good. So obviously we're just calling here. We do get there. We do get check raised on this board, so it's so tiny. Obviously we have to draw to our hand, and then we just have an easy fold on the river if we brick it. And we are just going to be jamming bottom right. He does have some like ace-x clubs. He doesn't now that he hasn't called, but he, he has ace-x clubs. He has jack-queen clubs. He has like queen-9 clubs, right? There's all kinds of other clubs that he can have here. And we did get, yeah, we got snapped up by dead money here on this board, but I think it's a good bluff. With the 3 clubs out there and having the club, it just makes it less likely he has a strong club hand. And I think a lot of the time when he has kings there with no club, he's going to end up folding. And we definitely 3-bet here. And squeeze out all the fish in the hand. This hood is driving me nuts. No. Okay. And we just value bet here with the queen. So hopefully, within the next week, we'll be back to playing mostly on a 100. For whatever reason, the tables are just completely dead right now. Lately, even lately in the mornings, they've been pretty dead. Okay, we'll raise the queens. He checked to us, we're going to bet, and we will defend the queen jack off. And we're going to bet again here. Okay. This is a board we are c-betting almost 100% with our range. I think just checking the queens is fine though. It might make our hand a little bit easier to play. By just c-betting with specifically with like queens and jacks, we can check maybe a little bit more against fish. Just because then they'll start calling really, really wide as we check flop. Okay, so we're gonna value bet the eights. Bust. Yeah, we're just gonna go with it, I think. And we'll continue value betting here. And I think we'll just check the eights now. Ooh. Honestly, I don't know. I want to fold so bad there. I'm just folding. I don't care. I don't care that there's a king. I just kind of believe him there. I know it's a 62 VPIP, but like, well, we'll find out if we regret that or not. That click it back just seems super strong to me. If he had like ace, king, or queens, I think he rips. That's gotta be like aces. Hey, raise the 8-4 suited. What happened with those pocket eights? I really hope I didn't just like fold them. Oh wow, you're so bad. Yeah, that's definitely a call. My plan was to check call and then I got distracted and just folded. Yikes. Obviously not folding here. If he goes really big now, we can fold. The board's paired. Just because this guy's such a spew. I forgot about this guy. I'm just gonna attack this. Okay, raise the queen 5 suited. I think we do a lot of limping given his stack size now. Yeah, I think we just do limping and shoving. Right. Yeah, and all 50 tables have died off again. Well, we've made a few plays that haven't worked out this morning. We've made a few mistakes in some spots. We had a pretty good hand here. We won a decent amount with the pocket tens that flopped the set. But I think we made a big mistake check raising that. I just got too scared that I wasn't going to get paid off is what happened. We'll just see how the session's going. Okay, fold here, fold the 6 deuce. Raise the 8-5 off. And obviously I swing really big here for value. Fold the jack 6. I will call with the king and 2 overs. And we raise here. And we call. Classic flip. Classic ace. Oh, brutal. Nice hand. We overbet river there. I just thought it would look the bluffiest, and I don't think he has an ace. So just trying to give him something to convince himself that I'm full of shit with. Okay, and we just check shove the queen 10. All kinds of worse tens, flush draws, like gut shots of the flush draw, gut shots of the pair, uh, overcard gut shots, whatever. Backdoors, sorry, with a pair. Raise the 10-9. And we will call one here. Hmm. Okay. I was gonna say against Libra, we definitely value bet the 10. You just want to be value betting like crazy at small stakes every single time you have an opportunity to value bet. You should be value betting it. Yeah, really, we really just don't like that raise with the pocket tens on the 10, whatever it was, 10x deuce deuce board. Um, we need them to be bluffing there um, because we just don't have the strength in our hand to, or like we just have too strong of a hand when we raise there. We came out of the hole, I guess, not bad. Think we ISO raised here, I'm assuming. And what happened here? We raised. All right. We are going to see bet here. Should confirm. Yeah, he limp called. So obviously, when we turn the flush draw, we're going to blast again. And I think I'm going to blast again here with the open ender. Okay, so he's obviously got a 10. We just have to give up there, unfortunately. Super annoying to lose a big pot like that in a limp spot. It's kind of just how the hand played out. There's a good chance he has like sixes, fours, like something crazy. 6-4, suited, 10-4 suited, 10-6 suited, who knows? And we call the king 6 suited. We don't do a lot of 3-betting with those king X hands. We ISO again. We're just going to c-bet here. And against a 13 big stack, I think we just need to start open shoving if we're going to play a hand. And we'll definitely float here. He bets half pot. Pretty clean call with the gut shot and the flush draw. We do brick it. We brick and he checks. Yeah, I don't think we get a lot of folds from a 10 or a jack, so we'll probably just have to check down here. Queen jack, we just shove into 13 bigs again. And we flop the Nizkis. We do raise. We have to call here, unfortunately. We made a mistake not shoving. And we raise the aces. We'll just call here and hope for a nice brick. It's not a nice brick. It's a terrible turn card. This is one of those spots where I'm just going to shove. Ouch, my hand hurts. I was going to say, because we are free rolling like a mother 99% of the time. Bink. That's why he should not be betting there. Without clubs or spades, he needs to just check that for that reason. He's never going to fold the 7, so you want to be like in those spots shoving a lot. That was probably theoretically not correct. I just didn't put him on Queen Jack. Uh, but yeah, bit of a mistake, I think, potentially there. But the idea is that when you have like the nutted hand with the redraw against anybody, because they can't fold the nuts, you need to really, 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 really put the money in there where you can both have the nuts, but you have like that redraw. Because you're basically free rolling with like 30 or 40% equity or something like that. And we did suck out here against the queens, but the call's fine. The call here's fine. The raise, the 7/8's a mistake, big time. Like we should like just open rip 6/7 suited here, given his stack size. But we got lucky. What do you do? With the backdoor diamonds, backdoor straight draw, and an overcard, we do have to call there. And against Hank, we're just going to call the 8s. And we're again, value betting. We're going to check back here with the 8s. And we take it down. And we just put the money in here with quads. That's exactly why we checked back turn. Hopes that he bluffs the flush or catches the flush. Given his stack size, though, he probably should just shove turn with that flush draw after he bet it at flop. We can probably be a little bit more liberal with our 3-bets against the guy who's going to be folding quite a bit. And obviously isn't like playing all that great. Passively, by checking back that ace, he doesn't go for any value. Maybe okay, but we have a lot of King X that he should be attacking. And on this board, I just want to be able to shove turn. And commit myself to the pot and, not let him really do much about it. We're ahead of everything. I think we're even ahead of Queen X with all of our outs. The King of 5, the diamond. Other than King Queen. King Queen's probably the best hand to have there. Oh, goodness gracious. If you guys are checking out the stream, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Fold 5s. We are almost through the first level of monetization, and then we just need to get another 1,000 watch hours. So realistically, we've got to start making more videos and stuff again, so that we can combo that with the live streams. The plan was to do a weekly update. Like that's what we were supposed to be doing. I just, real life's so busy that I didn't. It's kind of an excuse, but that's the excuse I'm using, that I didn't really have time to make the videos, which is not exactly true. I could probably have figured it out. Okay, bet. Call, call, call. We'll go for a family pot here in position. Spike a 6, we'd be laughing. Not super profitable though. In reality, if we just squeeze here, we're going to win like 80% of the time. Okay, so for today, I think we're into the even status now. Oh, we're actually up 40. That's pretty good. We'll take it. What was that on 100? I think we probably were just breaking even there. 14.20. Yeah, like $3. Okay. Lost on the one heads up table and then one on the rest. Okay, fold here. Check the ace-9. He's just probably not opening wide enough to be 3-betting certain parts of our range that we are supposed to be barreling or 3-betting with button versus big blind, which is very, very polar, like nutted hands and then a bunch of like ace 3x offsuit, like ace 3 offsuit stuff, or 3-betting versus button opens. And then you're just calling like a bunch of you know, like 8-9 suited, 9-10. Actually, I think you 3-bet 8-9 suited quite a bit, but you know, the decent suited hands we do a lot of calling with, and then like our value strong hands and our bluffs are what we 3-bet versus button opens. And on this board against these players, we don't need to go big. They're not going to read into our bet sizing. They're just going to look and see ace jack, and if they don't have an ace or a jack, they're going to fold, or like a flush or straight draw or something, right? So we have one NL50 table running. Is that it? Just make sure. Yeah, that's crazy. The tables are so dead. We're gonna call here versus the donk lead. We have a backdoor flush draw and a gut shot straight draw. Bets again. We're definitely calling here on the heart. And we do make our straight. It's a bit sketchy if he goes like full pot or shoves or something. He goes really big. He's going to have the flush draw a lot here, but when we go call, and then we make our straight, he's going to have enough jack X to justify us calling here. And then we can just like make a note now that donk leads, flush draws, called king X suited, small blind, reverse, cut off open and button off. Okay. But yeah, that's fine. That obviously we had to pay off when we make our straight there. Tempting to not, given the type of player he probably is, like going really small here. Yeah, I don't know. I think if you read into the bet size, we just river too strong of a hand. You know what I mean? It's kind of what that mostly comes down to. But if you really read into his bet sizing, it's like he bets really small to get a free card. He bets really small to get another free card, and then he hits, and I guess he hit the turn. Yeah, I don't know. Strange one. Most of the time, you'd expect him to see him bet bigger on the turn, not the river. But in this case, it obviously worked out in his favor. And we just check call the turn here versus a half pot bet with 2 overcards, and potentially the best hand a lot of the time. And then we hit the ace. You could argue maybe leading out there, but I think it's best to give villains a chance to bluff with their flush draws and stuff. This guy leads out. Bit of a different scenario because we're stuck in the middle here, so I'm just going to get out of the way. If we had like ace-10 spades, ace-10 clubs, ace-10 diamonds, we call. We just don't have enough, being kind of pinned in the middle there. And we value bet our pocket tens. Now, he raises us. I think he's going to be playing pretty straightforward, but we definitely are going to call one here and then go forward from there. The reason we call at least one is because there's multiple players in the pot, and he's in position, so I think he's significantly less likely to be bluffing or to be value betting there, because I think he called the jack more often with multiple players to kind of keep them in the pot. The other flip sort of logic to that is that he might raise more often because there's a flush draw out there and he wants to protect his jacks. You know, so I think we have to call one there though. All right, we're gonna bomb this with the king queen. We are gonna be ending the stream here in a couple minutes though. Gotta get ready to go. Perfect. It's exactly what we wanted the outcome to be. Okay, well, tables are pretty dead. We do have to get going anyways, so I think we'll call that a stream. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. If you're looking for a poker tracker, check out the description below. We do have our link to Hand to Note. Helps promote the channel or support the channel, and you get 10% off.